Friends, in the series of C programming, in previous videos we discussed what is program development life cycle, then what is algorithm flow chart, what are the compilation process. Now in this video we are going to discuss what is the structure of C programming. Now there are many structure or format, but here we are going to discuss some most frequently used format so that it will be very easy to doing a C programming. So C program is divided into different sections. Now here in this diagram you can see here this structure is divided into some sections. Total there are 6 main sections of basic C program. The first section is the documentation, second is the link section, definition section, global declaration section, main section and subprogram section or subprogram part. So these are all the 6 main section of basic C programming. By using this 6 section, we can write a C program very easily. So let's understand one by one this structure of C program. Now the first section is nothing but the documentation. Now what is mean by documentation? Now here you can write or program, but the programmer give the detailed information, provide the detailed information associated with this program. For example, the information or comment can be write into slash star. Like information, you can write the any information regarding the program, like what is file name, what is author name, date, or any description. But it closed by using again star and slash. So that is the documentation section. The next section is the link section. Now here in linking part we already discussed in previous video of compilation process, or this is the compilation part of C program. Now the code is used to declare all header file that will be used in the program. Now the program use some header file and it leads the compiler to being told to link header file to the system library. Now for example, hash include stdio.h. Now hash include is nothing but the preprocessor. Now in previous video we discussed what is preprocessor and how it works, and in compilation in C program also we discussed how it works. Okay. So now hash include the many header file and which is used or which is supported from system libraries. Now stdio, that is standard input out, so all input output operation can be supported into the hash include. Now once we include this header file, so we need not be worry about the printf, scanf, how it print and how it scan. So all input output operation can be included once into the program or once into the program, that is it support in the header file to the system library. So that is the link section. So here we are going to link or load the compiler the header file to system library. Next section is the definition section. Now in definition section we define some constant. Now here we are using some keyword defining used in this part. Now keyword is any kind or you can give the any name to the value, but once we define, that is for example hash define pi is equal to 3.14. Now whenever in the program I use the pi, it automatically assign the value for pi is 3.14. So this is the definition section. Next is the global declaration section. Now the global declaration section is nothing but the part of code, that is part where the global variable are declared. Now what is global variable? The variable which used throughout the program. Now user defined functions are also declare a part of code, but when the user defined functions having some variable called as a local variable. In next videos we are going to discuss what is global, what is local, but right now the declaration is like, for example, you can declare float, or this is the user defined functions which you declare in the program, but you can declare globally float r. So it can be the float r, or this float area can be used throughout the program. Or one more example, int a7, once you define it globally, the throughout program the value of a is equal to 7 in the program. So this is all about the global declaration section. Now the next section is the main function or main function section. Now every C program needs to have a main function, or main function is very compulsory. It compulsory itself. Without main, the program is not going to compile. So each main function contain a part. Like first part is the declaration part and execution part. Now declaration part where all the variable are declared, and execution part being the part which is going to execute is being or completed within the curly bracket and end with the curly bracket. For example, here int main void, you can start it with the curly bracket, and inside curly bracket you can write a block which is going to execute, and here we are going to stop or end with the end curly bracket. So declaration and execution part inside the curly bracket only, and without main you cannot compile, or the program is cannot run without the main function, because main function is the first function in C programming, because main function is the first function also. And why we use, because there are number of function in C programming. Sometimes compiler doesn't recognize which function is going to start first, or from which function the compiler is going to execute sequentially. So compiler will start with the main function. So it's an first function, and it's an compulsory function in C programming. The next function or next part is the subprogram section. Now in the subprogram section, all user defined functions are defined in the section of the program. Now once we define the main, you can add the subprogram, or you can add the sub functions into the C program. So we can add or extend the functions. Like for example, if I want to add the addition, I can write it into the new function add and block of code. So this is the subprogram section, or you can add the number of functions into the C programming. So this is all about documentation, and this is all about the structure of C program, total having the 6 part. This way we have to write the C programming. So the documentation part or structure or format included documentation, link section, definition section, global, declaration, main function and subprogram. This is the 6th section of structure of the program. In next video, we are going to discuss the Hello World program. So by using the Hello World program, you can understand how to write a program, or what is the exact meaning of each line.